What's happening, fellas? I want to come in here today and talk to y'all about this whole looksmaxxing thing, right? It's kind of taken the world by storm the past few months especially, but really like the past 2 or 3 years. Looksmaxxing has become like the talk of young men, really. And so first off, what is looksmaxxing? Looksmaxxing is the constant pursuit of trying to look better. So before I go any further, I want to make it clear that you should always strive to be the best version of yourself, right? Interior and exterior. I'm not saying you shouldn't try to look as good as possible. It's very important to try to look good. But there's a line that's been crossed that sends these kids into an endless spiral of insecurity, okay? And this is inherently making them less attractive, right? It's turning girls off from them. So all this effort they're putting into looking better, trying to actually get girls, trying to turn their life around, it's turning them into an insecure little weirdo who repels women and repels, attraction in general in life. So I want to come on here today and share my thoughts, my opinions on this whole looksmaxxing thing and why I really do feel like it's bad for the majority of young men. So I want to touch on the differences between female attraction and male attraction, okay? Guys over here are very simple. If we see a girl, we like how she looks, maybe we like her body, we pursue, right? We're very visually stimulated and stimulated by her physical features, right? Women, on the other hand, are, they're also stimulated physically, but a majority of the woman's attraction comes from a man's internal. You need to learn this as soon as possible. This is what the looksmaxxers, can't believe I'm actually using that term, but this is what they believe is not true. They don't grasp this concept. There's layers to girls' attraction. Looks are just a small part of it, right? A man's confidence, his ability to lead, his conviction, all of that far outweighs his looks, okay? Yes, looks are important. Yes, looks gets your foot in the door, but there's other features about yourself that you need to prioritize other than your freaking canthal tilt or your jawline. Okay? Because once you start dating a girl and you want to retain her interest long term, once she starts seeing who you really are and starts unfolding your pages, you got to understand, bro, since the start of human time, women are biologically hardwired to be attracted to guys who can protect and provide. Women are weaker than men physically, so they need to rely on a stronger man who she can trust will lead and make decisions and make shit happen for the betterment of the couple. And that's really where the problem of looksmaxxing comes into play, because it sends guys on an endless spiral of insecurity. Looksmaxxing can easily make you emotionally weak, right? Something that is very unattractive in the female eyes. It starts off as something small. Maybe you watched a few TikToks about looksmaxxing, and the next thing you know, your whole For You page is about, mewing and canthal tilt and this and that. Now you're starting to compare yourself to other grown men, and you're starting to feel inferior and feel like you aren't enough. And this is gonna bleed into every other aspect of your life. Women see you how you see yourself. This is very important. So if you see yourself as an attractive guy, you start to move like that, right? You start to operate from a foundation of the fact that you are attractive. On the other hand, if you operate from a belief that you're not attractive, you start to have some weird ass body language. You got to stand in certain lighting because your cheekbones look good, or you got to be on one side of her whenever you're taking a picture. Dude, she's gonna think you're a weirdo. So it's a very, very slippery slope that if you go down it, you will turn into an insecure guy. I'm gonna stress this again. Don't neglect your looks. It's very important to max out all of your stats, be a well-rounded guy, but realize that, there's certain factors about you as a man that are far more important than your looks. Okay, your looks will only get you so far. Your looks, like I said, get your foot in the door with the girl, right? Looks only consist of about 20% of a girl's attraction. Now for you younger guys watching this, you're probably like, oh my God, this dude's so wrong. But hear me out. If your goal is to just sleep with as many women as possible, yeah, bro, max out your looks, go get double jaw surgery, do the whole 9 yards. But if your goal is to retain a woman long term and keep her interested in you long term over the course of a long term relationship, then you need to be prioritizing your internal. You need to be working on yourself from the inside out. And for a lot of you guys watching this, your goal might be to just sleep with as many women as possible. But as you get older, you start to realize that all that is literally just insecurity. You feel the need to go sleep with as many women as possible to just keep feeding your ego. And believe me, I was in the same boat, okay? I'm a victim of this as well. But as you grow up and as you mature, you start to change your foundation of how you operate. So like I said, looksmaxxing is built on a foundation of insecurity, right? So you're gonna operate that way. If you wanna keep a woman long term, you need to realize that they are attracted to your masculine traits, okay? Masculine personality traits, such as being able to bring her into your frame. Now, whenever I say frame, I know it's a kind of a hard concept for y'all to grasp, but it's basically being so confident in your world, so confident in your decisions, that a girl can trust your lead and trust you and fall into what you have going on and basically submit to you, right? A great example I like to tell about masculine frame would be the video game reference. Let's say you love playing video games. Playing video games is your favorite thing to do. You're dating a girl for like 2-3 weeks. She comes over to your crib. She sees your PC, you know, your monitor, your controller, whatever that might be. And she's like, kind of like turned off, right? She hits you with the, I could never date a guy who plays video games. If you want to lose all frame in this interaction, you hit her with the, yeah, you know, I should probably cut down on my video gaming. I should probably stop playing video games. That would be losing your frame. Now, maintaining your frame would be something along the lines of just laughing it off and saying, look, I guess we're never gonna make it then. I guess we're never gonna date. Just laughing it off, right? Playing it cool, calm, collected, and being firm in your beliefs. That's what a masculine frame is. So the whole looksmaxxing thing, it's a foundation of not being firm in who you are. I hope that resonates with y'all. You need to be firm in who you are while also trying to max out these stats. Now, it's possible to be a looks maxer and not be insecure, but I'm just letting you guys know it's a very, very, very slippery slope. Okay, I got caught up in it. I was scrolling on TikTok, you know, analyzing my eyebrows or whatever. This weird shit, okay? And then one day I kind of woke up, I'm like, bro, what am I doing? Grown ass man. You know what I'm saying? It's like the algorithms are powerful, okay? So just something to think about, fellas. But I really hope you guys found value in this video, because this is a passionate subject of mine, and I'm hoping I could kind of share my insights about this whole topic to y'all. But yeah, that's all I got, fellas. Hope you guys enjoyed. I'm out.